Yorkshire Dales has a well-known rabbit problem. I'm on Wensleydale and we're working whippets. If we don't do it, these sheep go hungry. And, what's more, these guys love doing it. The walk up to the berries is a long, hard trudge. But imagine living up here. The few sprigs of tough grass provide thin pickings for sheep and rabbits alike. The day starts badly. John loses a ferret finder collar in the first berry and blames Darren.
We could cheat and say there's a rabbit down there and get that other rabbit.
But it's a collar.
It's a collar, yeah.
Come off, yeah.
Collar's come off.
So how much do those collars cost?
About 60 quid.
£62.
And how much does a ferret cost?
£5. But it is all about the animal's welfare. That's why we do have the collars on to begin with. Because it isn't fair just because a ferret's only worth pennies. You know, to leave it in a place like this to survive for itself. That's why we do put the collars on.
Happy?
Very. I will make sure I put my own collars on next time.
Then things get better and rabbits start bolting. Nigel and Darren are both nuts about whippets.
I help run a forum called Poachers Rest Forum, and we just want to say that, we want people to see that whippets are great little dogs. 20 years ago, Brian Plum was trying to create the all-round lurcher. He didn't have to look far, the whippet was there. They're the ant of the dog world. They punch so far above their own weight, and they can do anything a good lurcher can do. But you breed two whippets together, you get whippets. Breed two lurchers together, you haven't got a clue what you're going to get. So you might pay a little more, but you're saving money in the long run, and you're just getting a great little dog, as you can see, that can cope with any condition. Here we are in the Yorkshire Dales, in places 8 or 9 inches of snow. The dogs weren't cold and shivering, and they just carried on doing the job, as you saw.
Darren is one of the top dog people in the country. Nigel runs a forum too.
A friend of mine called Jeff Hutchins set up the forum a few years ago because basically there's quite a large sort of population of owners, if you like, really, who use whippets now for work, who might have traditionally owned lurchers, I suppose. And there really wasn't anywhere where they could go to sort of sound their opinions off. A lot of the traditional sort of whippet forums were based around showing and racing, and there wasn't really anything available for owners of people who like to work the whippets. So we started the forum off, and it's been a great success, really, to be honest. We've got members from all over the world, and we sort of work hand in hand with a lot of the other forums, including Darren's.
So of the two forums, who's got the biggest and the best forum then?
Oh, mine, of course, yeah. But I'm sure Darren would tell you that his was the best as well.
What's good is that the internet has brought them all together. Darren from East Anglia, Nigel from the West Midlands, and John from here in North Yorkshire. There is a great deal to learn from all of them, such as John's method of paunching a rabbit without using a knife. He says his dad wouldn't give him a knife until he learnt to do it this way. With all their years of long dog experience, they have strong views about the criminal end of working lurchers. Yeah, so we're using whippets today, but you're a lurcher man yourself.
Yes. I'm advocate of the lurcher. I always have. I'm more of a traditionalist than the two guys.
We like to draw a line between the illegal use of lurchers.
Yes, I would like to draw a line through illegal coursing or even poaching. It's one of those. What a lot of people don't understand is it's the farmer's land. If you went and asked him, I'd say a good 8 times out of 10 he will let you on. He will let you on because you are providing a service. But if you decide to pull up at a gate and climb over, he doesn't know you're there. The implications of you having an accident on his land, then he has to come out. He sees a car park. He's worried about his sheep. He's worried about the cattle. Are you going to leave gates open? And it just needs to know that you are there.
Nice hat, John. Always glad to publicise our friends at Basque. Now, it would not be ferreting if we did not lose ferrets. And there's always one or two that linger underground while we are waiting on the surface. The last rabbit from this series of berries has 2 ferrets attached to it. The Countryside Alliance campaigns for all field sports. We are committed to putting the hare back on the quarry list for whippets, lurchers and greyhounds alike. Visit www.countryside-alliance.org.uk.